And who knows how much Adrian Newey's actually been working out those small tweaks for Red Bull at all. And the other teams have just got
maybe he's sabotaging them.
He's like, hey, yeah, how about I've got this new lead wing that I think you should put right on top of the driver's head, actually. And they're like,
right on top of the driver's head. Yeah, make their helmets out of it. Can we talk about Red Bull for a little bit?
What about them? They've been slow this whole time. Well, tell you what, Max Verstappen, if you want to know exactly what's happening at Red Bull, you just have to ask Max a direct question. He gives direct answers. They're like, what's going on? He's like, we've been found out. The car's been crap all year. It's basically undrivable. I've been like strangling it around, like just
barely winning every race.
Bare knuckled, like fucking trying to get it around every single track. This is how Formula One drivers drive, by the way. This is how Max Verstappen drives.
Like that.
Just the biggest
like
arms.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. Like climbing up two ropes.
Like that's the Auslan sign for driving. Yeah, like that's how Formula One drivers drive, like that. Red Bull, they're slow. So obviously lost a couple of races now. In the last 3 races, they've lost 2 of them. That's not good. Ferrari 24 points behind Red Bull in the constructors. Leclerc only 31 points behind Max. And the problem, I think, for the drivers and for the constructors really is the resurgence of McLaren means that McLaren and Ferrari are going to take points off each other. Yeah. But if that wasn't happening, Red Bull might be in some trouble there.
Yeah.
Perez, 5th, falls to 5th. And I know he got knocked out, but he has no business being in 5th. And I'll tell you, Max has lost 3 races this year. Perez was not on the podium for any of those.
No, he's not scooping
and it's about to be announced before the next race that Perez is going to get his contract renewed.
Yeah, he's no boss,
that team sucks.
Yeah, well, but they'll still win the championship by 100 points.
Yep, and they'll be stupid and they'll suck doing it.
Yeah, but
what's going on?
I think that the gains they have had from last season's car, like the designs they had through the formula, all the other teams have caught up on all of the basics.
Yeah, they have.
Of all the elements, all the fundamentals are all there. And so now we're getting towards the end of the formula where it's the small tweaks are the things that make a difference. So it's starting to even out. And who knows how much Adrian Newey's actually been working out those small tweaks for Red Bull at all. And the other teams have just got
maybe he's sabotaging them.
He's like, hey, yeah, how about I've got this new lead wing that I think you should put right on top of the driver's head, actually. And they're like,
right on top of the driver's head. Yeah, make their helmets out of it.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Really heavy stickers I've decided to put on the car that stand up. They're 3D.
So I mean, there was the race in Australia that Max lost to and Sainz won because he had a brake problem and he retired. Then there was the race in Miami which Lando won, and I mean it drove me crazy too because after that race they were like Lando won on pure pace. I was like, yeah, but there was also that safety car and Max had damage from running over that thing, so it wasn't really on pace. Monaco, I mean, and you know, there's all these caveats. It's Monaco. Monaco doesn't suit the Red Bull package, sure, but they got shown up here.
Absolutely. And this is the thing. This is why you have Max Verstappen, is that even when the Red Bull package is not the best, he still, whips out a crazy, brilliant, like when they're not on pace, they're still like Max still makes them half a second faster.
Yes,
exactly. And so they're not like just backed into the crowd. But yeah, these last couple of races, they just haven't had that extra bit of drive where they're just like, two drivers come out of the same corner and the Red Bull just fires off into the distance. The McLaren is still as pacey, or like has caught up on the pure pace, I think, and then is catching up everywhere else. Yeah. And I think they've just got to really, it's funny, you hear engineers and F1 journalists who have been in the game a long time talk about this. And it's haunted Mercedes these last few seasons, which is just like the car, like not like the wings or the little upgrades or the little bits and pieces, the fundamentals of the car, like how good is this chassis, how good is the whole design, because they don't really redesign cars wholly throughout the season. Like Mercedes tried that, it didn't work, and they're still feeling the effects of it. And so I think that the McLaren car was pretty good last year, and this year they've tweaked it even more and then found the other improvements and they're making it work even without probably the best power unit in Formula One right now either. But they are just a really well-run machine with 2 really good drivers who are giving great feedback with a great engineering team. And I think while the other teams are kind of going through a moment of change, so Mercedes is going through a moment of change, Red Bull's losing its team, starting to break up a little bit, have been distracted. Ferrari are kind of reworking out what they want to do under Vasseur, and they're getting some of those gains from that. McLaren are the same. McLaren have been probably the most stable team over the last... Yeah, they have. Like, as soon as Lando came in, yes, that other seat has been changing. They got their engineer, they got their their PU sorted out. They got long-term contracts in. Zach Brown has been in charge and is firmly in charge of that team. It's been super stable from at least what we can see, and they seem to be having fun doing it as well. I don't know. They seem serious without being like, we've got this long history of Formula One and we have to. They never seem really upset at themselves. They seem like they are constantly trying to improve, and they have been. Super
I think they've just got the belief. And when Ferrari are not winning, you just feel they don't have the belief that they can win. But I feel like McLaren are like, we can fucking do this. Like, it's coming. Like, it feels like it's just they can see the light at the end of the tunnel or something. But they've put in the hard years, and they've made all the right moves, which is like we were saying with Alpine, they haven't made any of the right moves.
No,
McLaren,
moves.
Good moves central. Moves like Jagger over here.
And Red Bull, concerning moves. No matter how much you want to kind of paper over and be like, you know what, we all had a chat and that investigation's gone away and, Horner's totally happy and, Adrian just had enough. He doesn't want his hands are tired from drawing all those cars. Just
sick, and he just wants to go and do exactly the same thing, but just in a different office.
Yeah, and, Max isn't so bored that he's also racing in an online or 24-hour race at the same time.
Like, done that as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course he did because he's really good.
I can't remember.
I think
but what?
Max is also just a bit bored generally, I think. I don't think he likes winning all these races by a lot either. And so,
Oh, well, I mean, they ask him and they're like, what's your, would you rather win by 1 second or 30? He's like, I'd rather win by as much as possible. Like, that's what I'm here to do. Even if it means a boring race for me.
He doesn't like the car.
If I can win if I can lap everyone 5 times, I will. Question though, I say, Perez is about to be re-signed. They're going to do the stupid thing and not get Carlos Sainz. They're going to do the dumb thing and get Perez. Perez may cost them the constructors championship this year. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, we always said I think I said it earlier, but I'm going to repeat it. At least when Bottas was. We knew it was off for Bottas when this started happening to Bottas, right? When he started, Lewis wouldn't win and Bottas would be down in 6th. And you're not helping him. You're not applying any pressure. You're not having the guy who's following the number one driver going looking over their shoulder, being like, oh, should we pit now? But then the other guy might come and get us. Perez is just poodling around.
But it's that foot on the throat thing that Mercedes had and now Red Bull have had for a little while is if we don't get you with Max, we're going to get you with the other guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Perez is just not there.
No, I don't understand why they really. I think he must just bring a huge amount of money in. He's very stable, but you could just go and get. Why didn't you just go and get Hulkenberg or something like that and just stick him in the car? It wouldn't be a problem. He'd be great.
It's got to be like Joss the boss and the other, like they probably want to get someone better, and I'm sure that they veto anyone more threatening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be it. Maybe they're just we don't have to repaint all the stuff and keep the
we've got, didn't you say we've got all the seats? We've got his name on everything.
His name's written on everything already. We know his sizes. He's doesn't demand too much. They probably don't pay him much. Genuinely, they probably don't. I always wonder. He probably does. He brings all that. He brings a lot to the table, cash wise, and it's fine.
It does.
So
do you have anything else? There's one other big story that I want to cover. So I don't know if you have anything else rattling around in the old brain. It's been 4 races.
Let me refer to my personal notes.
Okay. Lando Norris win. Any other? What was the mood like in old Yaldy London town on that day?
I mean, it's good. I think it was difficult because the other sports were finishing. Football was kind of finishing up for the season, and there's a lot of stuff. Right. So then we now move into the little period where other sports can get a look in, and
that's a shame.
I think there was a lot of happiness, a lot of celebration, and people were very happy for Lando. I still find him a bit, I don't know, a little something rings in my ear.
I mean, I remember loving him, then I remember thinking he was dumb, and now I'm just sort of in between that. I mean, he seems like he went away for a while and tried to turn himself into just a real serious racer. And I mean,
he would look at my cards if I left the table.
That's good.
This is the thing. He would eat one of the sausages off my plate as I went to the toilet. I would come back. I'd be like, I thought I had 3 sausages.
Oh yeah, I come back and he's stolen my car.
Yeah, exactly. I think he would unabashed it. He's like, I'm cool and young and don't worry about me. I'm fun. But then if you don't, anytime he's been asked, hey, if you had to, push the other guy out of his boat so that you could
exactly. Here's the analogy.
Starting line first. He'd be like,
you go out with Lando and some mutual friends to a nightclub, and then you go to the bathroom, you come back, and they've all gone to another nightclub. That's Lando Norris.
Wow, that's mean. I think
he did it.
Yeah.
Like, don't shoot the messenger. I'm the victim here.
Yeah, you are. Oh, Lando. Yeah, mate.
Anyway.
I don't know what it is. I just can't. I just wouldn't. Yeah, I feel like if you won a competition to hang out with Lando Norris, he would be like, yeah, I suppose we could play FIFA or something. And then at the end, he would just be like, he would literally, just as he's walking out of the room, make sure you heard it, but he's not talking to you. Be like, that was a fucking waste of time. And you'd be like,
now for something good. Now for some fun with some real winners.
Yeah, you'd burn that room down that we would. I don't want those controllers back. You'd get me fresh controllers. That other guy touched them. Yeah, no good.
Hey, where'd Lando go? He was here a minute ago. Go. Do you have his number? Call it. I think he took that guy's wallet. Oh, yeah.